back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Nayel. Make sure you press that red subscribe button down below and you press that bell so you don't miss a thing your girl posts. What's going on, y'all? Before you do anything else, make sure you press that thumbs up button for your girl. Click of a button, takes you no time. Click that thumbs up for your girl. Okay, so you seen by the title that we're going to be talking about excursions, right? So you guys have been seeing I've been traveling a lot. Outside is back open. Child, everybody's traveling. Y'all, this little curly curl right here, sis laid my baby hairs, and it's giving like very much like widow's peak, you know? What y'all think about this curl? Okay, let me get into this before I get off topic. Okay, so like I said, y'all been seeing me travel often. Outside is bust wide open and people are traveling. People are getting their passports tatted, okay? And people are outside. So my friend brought it to my attention that she's like, girl, like you should do a video about like what you should and maybe should not wear and bring on excursions, because she had some difficulties. So I'm like, that's a good idea, because even sometimes I question like, what should I bring? Or oh snap, I forgot to pack this with me to bring for the excursion. So I want to start off by first saying it totally depends on what kind of excursion you're going on. Are you doing a water excursion? Is it just a land excursion? Is it a beach excursion? Is it a food excursion? It all depends on what kind of excursion you're going on. So the number one thing I would say bring with you that's very universal, not really depending on what excursion you're doing, is some type of backpack, some type of bag, something to carry your items. Because a lot of excursions are like 3-in-1, 2-in-1, where you're doing a water sport and you're also doing a dry sport. So you might want to bring some swim shoes, you might want to bring some sneakers, some flip-flops, a bathing suit to change into, a change of clothes, some dry clothes, a towel, water, sunscreen, glasses, a hat. And I'm so serious, all those things. Those are things that you want to bring with yourself. A lot of an excursion that's super popular is like the ATVs and the dune buggies. Most of the times when you're driving those dune buggies and you're on those ATVs, bike life, you drive to beaches and stuff and you get into the water, you jump in caves, you go zip lining and you're jumping into waters and bodies of water and you get wet. How do you dry off? You need a towel. Sometimes you want to change your clothes because you don't want to ride back in that. It always depends. So you want to make sure you bring those things. You want to have a backpack full of items that you might need depending on what that excursion is. A number one item that a lot of people forget to bring on an excursion is their sneakers, because you forget to pack sneakers that you don't mind getting messed up. So when you do ATVs and dune buggies and like excursions where you might get muddy and dirty, you want to have some solid shoes. And if you don't have water shoes, which I think water shoes, I don't want to get off track, but water shoes are something you should definitely bring with you when you go on trips and you know you're going to do excursions. If you don't have water shoes, which are universal for dry and wet, you want to have some sneakers. And I usually remember to bring some sneakers that I don't mind getting messed up. So my girlfriend forgot to bring her sneakers and she didn't have any closed-toe shoes, so she had to buy some like overpriced expensive shoes from the gift shop, which you don't want to do. So bring sneakers. If you plan on doing like dry land sports and dune buggies, ATVs, and getting muddy, you want to have sneakers that you don't mind getting dirty. And then you also may be going into countries that, you know, are very less fortunate and their poverty is at an all-time high, and you see kids and you see families and people that like they'll ask for your sneakers, they'll suggest to have your sneakers, and you might want to leave stuff for them. So if you do have old like sneakers and shoes that you don't mind giving away, give them away and have a change of sneakers or clothes in your bag so you don't mind giving them stuff off your back. Like a lot of people do that. I do that, and most of the time the tour guides and stuff don't mind, but like the kids are asking for it and you want to give it to them because you're way more fortunate than them, and you'll see the type of clothes and shoes they have on and you'll feel really bad and probably really want to do it. So yes, backpack, sneakers, and I mentioned a lot of things that goes into your backpack. So another thing that's very underrated, especially for people of color, sunscreen. Black people do get sunburn. Your skin will peel, your skin will burn, and it will hurt if you don't protect it and you're somewhere where the sun is blazing hot, okay? You will burn, you will get burnt, and it will hurt, and it will peel, and it will look nasty afterwards, and you won't like it. I've learned my lesson, and my best friend actually learned her lesson where were we at? In Mexico or DR. Sis learned her lesson because sis got burnt up and was peeling like crazy. She hated the way her skin was looking. Make sure you have some sunscreen. They even have sunscreen that is like specific for darker skin. You can get that kind of sunscreen. You can also buy good moisturizer that has SPF in it. The SPF's like 15 or 30. I'm not sure exactly what kind to get. You know, you want to do your own research and what works best for your skin. But I have like a Vino moisturizer that has SPF in it, and I think it's SPF 30. And then I have the sunscreen that's like SPF 50. I don't believe this year I've burned on any of my trips because I learned my lesson and I sunscreen up, honey. And I still get dark. I still get tan. Y'all see this? Y'all see this dark brown caramel skin? I still get dark. It's just to protect your skin. So bring your sunscreen. Okay. All right. I did mention water shoes. I would definitely recommend water shoes over any kind of shoes at all, especially if you're going to be getting in the water. Now, if you're not getting in the water, of course, like, you don't need water shoes, but to lighten the load on your backpack, because you also don't want to have to lug a whole bunch of stuff when it's hot. To lighten the load, to not have to put some water shoes or sandals in your bag, just buy some water shoes. Have water shoes. You can wear them on the ATV, off the ATV, on the dune buggy, off the dune buggy, in the mud, out of the mud. Water shoes. Simple as that. Get you some, bring you some. Swimsuits. If you are getting in the water, try to wear an outfit where you can wear your swimsuit under your dry clothes so you don't have to put so much in your backpack. You wear your swimsuit outside of your clothes, put on your clothes over it. Another alternative for that is to wear an outfit that you don't mind getting in the water and then getting back on the ATV drying as you're leaving. So like the little cute like short tops and bottoms. Shop on LightFit Apparel. You can check out our Sunny 2-piece, and I've worn that in my DR vlog. You'll see I jumped in a cave and I kept that outfit on the entire time. So when we went driving on the ATVs, I dried off. So perfect. And then hopefully, like, if you do something like that, if you have your water shoes, you have on an outfit that can get wet, you might only need to bring like a fanny or a little waterproof like little bag that you want to put like your money in and maybe your phone. And you don't need to bring a backpack that has a towel, clothes, shoes, etc. Yeah, and I did my sunscreen before I went on my excursion, so I was good. I think I did bring my little travel sunscreen though. So those are things you definitely want to bring. Some things that I would say not to bring on an excursion is, one, I wouldn't bring a whole bunch of money. You're going off the resort, you're going into territory that, you know, more of the country's like native people are there. So like, you want to be careful. You don't want to have a whole bunch of money on you. You don't want to have a whole bunch of bling bling jewelry, especially if you're not going somewhere to a whole bunch of security. You're not famous. You're not this rich person. Like, well, not that you're not this, like you're not famous. You don't have a whole bunch of security with you. You might not want to be all iced out and like bring a whole bunch of attention to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So not a whole bunch of money, not a whole bunch of jewelry. You're going there to have fun, so no need to be like super duper flashy and all that kind of stuff. But you definitely want to make sure you bring enough money to buy the things you want to buy, or like if there are extra things you want to do along the excursion, which you will ask like the tour guide and the people that you're planning the excursions with beforehand. Something also that you want to bring on an excursion is probably like, needless to say, like if you have pets or something, you don't want to bring them on unless they're like encouraged to come. Definitely want to check like the age limits, because little kids might not be able to do certain things that you want to do. So that's something you want to look into before you plan your excursions. And if it's not saying it on a description, you definitely want to ask. Sis is a little dehydrated. Don't ask me why I waterfall. Like, everybody always asks me like, why you waterfall? Why you waterfall? Why you waterfall? Blah, blah, blah. That's just how I drink it. A big no-no. Don't do an excursion with somebody who doesn't want to do that excursion. They're going to make your experience horrible. And if you're doing zip lining with someone afraid of heights, make sure you can take their dramaticness, because that might be annoying. It might turn you off and make your experience less fun. Make sure you go first. so that you don't have to be waiting on that person that's so scared to do the excursion. Something else I would be careful about bringing on an excursion are like weapons and stuff. So like if you have like pocket knives and pepper spray and stuff, just be careful about that stuff. I'm not saying they're gonna go through your stuff or check your stuff. I just don't know. That's something you might want to check out, but I know people be real skeptical and stuff and be wanting to have protection and all that. Also, I would also bring like an ID or a copy of your passport. I wouldn't bring my actual passport because you don't want something to get lost, stolen, and then you're having trouble getting back to the United States or wherever you're from going back to or whatever. I would keep that locked up in the safe in your hotel room, and I would have the front desk make a copy of your passport, and they can do it. They've done it for me for multiple trips. We always get a copy of our passports done, just because. And then so like I said, bring your ID that can like identify you, and then maybe a copy of your passport, but not your actual physical passport, because if you lose that there, then like I don't know the rules and regulations on getting back to wherever you came from. Okay, so quick little short video and to the point. Just wanted to give a couple pointers, especially with everyone traveling right now, on what you should bring on excursions, what maybe you shouldn't bring, something you should check on, and the importance of the excursions and bringing stuff. Hopefully you guys are having fun and doing mad excursions. I've done a lot of excursions like ziplining, ATVs, sightseeing, traveling to beaches, traveling to like little islands, seeing animals, riding horses, yachts, getting in the water, doing like the little, I don't know, those little things they pull you around, jet skis, and I've done all types of stuff, y'all. So if you love to travel like me, if you're adventurous and like to do stuff, just go out and do it. I've jumped in caves, I swim with dolphins. What else have I done? I've done a lot. And snorkeled, like deep dived in. Like I enjoy myself on vacation. I like to have fun, okay? So go out there, y'all, have fun. And if you're doing an excursion, make sure you're bringing the right and the necessities you need to make your excursion the best it can be. All right, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you go to lightfitapparel.com and check out what we have for you on there, okay? There's something for everybody. It's easy for you to find something, and it's very affordable, okay? Thumbs up this button. I love you guys so much, and y'all know what I always say. Be the light wherever you go, because wherever you go, the light shall follow. Love you guys so much. Bye.